Asumvela, representing Boko. Expect nothing but the best from me. And so, vote massively using the short code star 800 star 505 hash MD09. Upper East Nama, Northern Ghana and beyond. Yayam Bia Asumvela, uncontested made Damba. Malun Sugrum voting and Kasana, Tatal Namanwa Boko. Mpuz Barka. Sorry.
Why are you crying?
I'm innocent. I didn't do it.
You can't kill my brother and don't want your head to
I
shake.
didn't kill you. How can I kill my own husband? Oh my God, please spare me. Oh God. I didn't kill my husband, please. Oh God. Oh, it's okay, please. Please, it's okay. It's okay.
What is that?
Please.
You are a witch. You killed my brother.
Oh God.
Stop sharing crocodile tears.
I can't take
Drink
it.
it. Drink it.
It is said and known that death is inevitable and as well a necessary evil. After deaths come funerals. Life on its own is a cycle with stages where every stage is remarked with rites, from birth rites to puberty rites to marriage rites. And when the unfortunate happens, then comes the funeral rites as far as widowhood rites. Widowhood rites are practices performed by a bereaved spouse upon being a widow or a widower. Yes, widowhood rights covers both gender, but as usual, due to vulnerability of females, it's mostly the women that go through this. I am not here to talk against widowhood rights, but rather the dehumanizing and humiliating acts that comes with it. Some part of my region where I come from, the Upper East region, have such acts. I will tell you what women in the Upper East region go through upon becoming a widow. This is mostly practiced by the Frafres. On the death of her husband, leaves are tied around her waist and she's made to sleep with her deceased husband, the corpse, for 3 days. After the third day, these leaves are burnt and mixed with the hair and nails of the corpse, made with concoctions, either for her to drink, like you saw me, or mixed in food for her to eat. As if that is not enough, after this, she's made to bath naked on a refuse dump where a few people have to witness this. Bonye Longwa, what kind of issues are these? Now let me tell you what happens when the deceased happen to be a young man. They again believe that the young does not die a natural death. And so the widow, that's the young woman, is made to go through a processes called Sokegna Lamsugo, which is translated as the witchcraft test, because they believe that it's the widow that might have killed her husband. With this, a soothsayer is consulted, and all he needs to do is to make incantations, slaughter a fowl, and throw the fowl. The position the fowl assumes will tell you whether the woman is innocent or not. If she's not lucky and the fowl falls on the left side or on the tail, then she's accused of killing her late husband. Meanwhile, we all know that an animal at the point of death, when struggling, can assume any position. Notwithstanding this, because the widow is young, she is forced to marry a male member of the deceased, be it the brothers or the uncles. Now, before the marriage, these male members of the deceased family sexually abuse this woman that they call courtship, and in Fafra, it is Anela Asongo. They claim it's courtship, but I see it as a form of sexual abuse because all these men, no matter the number, have to have sex with this woman before he will come out and say, I am satisfied, and then will marry her. Now, after the marriage, if finally they pick her, the children which are produced by these two new couples are being abandoned because it is perceived that the children are children of the deceased and not whom they had the kids with. How sad. Abandoning women who are widows, abandoning children, and making things complicated for us all. Because these women are subjected to health issues, depression, poverty, and even early death. Why do we have to subject our women to hopelessness, helplessness, and humiliation? As a daughter of the Upper East region and Northern Ghana, using this platform tonight, I call on all elders, chiefs, opinion leaders, and ritualists to kindly have an educative dialogue against some of these cultural practices. We all know that culture is dynamic, and really some of them can be changed because they are dehumanizing to the human. Imagine asked to eat the nails or hair of someone. Will you survive it? That apart, using the media, especially the radio stations, because most of these practices do happen at the rural areas. Using the media, let's kindly educate and sensitize young girls like me, our mothers and women, that all these are forms of abuse and then they can't stand against it. And also let them know whom to report to. For instance, the Domestic Violence and Victim Support Unit, DOVSU, of the police department. Lastly, I want to thank a few NGOs that really support these widows and their orphans and trying to curb this menace that retrograde us instead of being progressive. Thanks to the women and orphans movement in the Upper East region, thanks to the Songtaba Foundation in Northern region of Ghana, that are all doing all they can to end this menace and other menaces. Thanks to them for supporting us all, supporting these widows and orphans so that we can have a forward Northern Ghana and a forward Ghana and Africa at large. Mana mambaba nama malu sugri. Bunna mamu goma malu sugri mbanya. Lastly, I plead on each and every one of us here. We do see some of these acts, but
Please
we
round
pretend
up for us.
as if they are normal. Let's kindly report them to the right persons. Thank you. I am Sumvela.
Okay. I don't think it's enough for Sumvela. Thank you. Thank you. All right. What's the name of your husband?
Nabieli.
Okay, on this note, we listen to our judges. Honorable Murjiba, shall we listen to you on this one, please?
Yeah. Sumvela presented how, or the process a widow goes through before she becomes, or before she is purified in Upper East. And then we are sharing similar culture. So I don't know, either they dress attire like she dressed? Yeah, this is what I want to know. But aside that, what she said, and I'm very pleased, and I'm also seeing it to be similar to that of Dagbang, is that man and woman, they both go through widowhood rite, but it affects women more than men, because when your wife dies, they sometimes, when they shave you, you can go to wherever you want, but that of the woman, they will confine her. So aside that, there are a lot of things trying to know if that is
Wear
the
black.
case. Yeah.
We appear in the black attire.
Okay. And do they also shave?
Yeah, that was the shaving.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's let Ashia have a bite on her. Maybe just 30 seconds, 1 minute. It's okay.
Thank you. Sumvela, how are you? Well
Fine,
done.
thank you. Thank you.
I think that you've demonstrated what goes on when a woman loses a husband. And I think that you've also demonstrated the negativity that comes along with it. And I think that is what we want to see, that we have a culture, but there's an aspect that needs change. And I think you've clearly said that. Well
Thank
done.
you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, our judges. Thank you, Sumvela. You may go backstage. And if she is your favorite, please remember to dial star 800 star 505 hash. Her nominee code is MD09 and keep voting for her as many times as possible.